أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم دستور مدد يا صاحب السيف مدد نويت هور بين وتؤذنا وتخالوا ونزريانا وتسلوا حسبنا الله ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم طريقتنا الصحبة في الخير من جميعات. This tariqat, this association, this way to Allah, it is based on association, Sohbet. In the Sohbet of the Rasulullah ﷺ, those ones who did not have faith, they gained faith. Those ones whose hearts are dead, their hearts started to become alive. Those ones that their hearts are complete darkness, it started to give light to others. And this is because of the Sohbet, the association with the Rasulullah ﷺ. With the Sohbet, those ones became Sahabi. They were living in the Jahiliyyah times, the worst of the worst times. But because of the association with the Prophet ﷺ, because of the Sohbet, they became the Sahabi, the one whose station no saint from that time until the end of times will ever reach. No matter how high that saint is, will ever reach the station of the Sahabi. And that is through association. And our way, it is through association. Let us renew our shahadat first, saying, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So, we're talking about association. To be in association. And that this tariqat, this way, it is based on association. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, Deen in Nasihat. The religion, it is advice. The saints, they have manners. And the highest level saints, they will never say, we're doing something that the prophets that they are doing. Prophets, they give nasihat. We don't give nasihat. We give sohbet. Only prophets can give advice, can give nasihat. We only give sohbet. So this way is founded on association. And only with association can the believer find enough ammunition and enough light to be able to live out there in the jungles, to be able to shine a light, to walk in the proper places. Because everywhere now, we're turning left and right. Everywhere it is filled with the darkness. It is filled with the tricks and the traps of Dajjal. And Dajjal's supporter is Shaitan. And Shaitan is an enemy to man. Shaitan is not enemy to the angels. He's not enemy to the animals. He is not the enemy to Allah. He is the enemy to man. And through the teachings of our Sahibul Saif, Shaykh Abdulkerim Kibrisi Hazrat Lari, who is the khalifah of Sultan al-Awliya, Shaykh Maulana Muhammad Nazim al-Haqqani. May Allah grant him higher stations and long life. May we always be under his feet. Shaykh Efendi, Shaykh Abdulkerim Hazrat Lari Efendi is Sahibul Saif, is teaching us that Shaitan, being an enemy to man, we have to hold on tightly to the teachings of the Holy Prophet ﷺ to understand how this enemy is working. Otherwise, we will not know how it's working. in the Akhir Zaman. The left is right, the right is the left. The black is white and the white is black. In the Akhir Zaman, in this second Jahiliyyah, all the signposts, they have been changed. And we are seeing now that majority of the nation of Muhammad ﷺ, they are going in the wrong direction. These are the teachings of our Sahibul Saif. And he has been explaining and waking us up for years, letting us know how to wake up to the tricks and the traps of Dajjal, to the tricks and the traps of Shaitan. Dajjal and Shaitan, they are outside. It is enemy that is clear from the outside. The enemy that is inside, that opens the door to Shaitan, that opens the door to Dajjal, it is our ego. And unless we're able to catch our ego and put it under our feet, unless we are following and holding tight to the awliya Allah, to our Shaykh, it is impossible in these days to understand those tricks and traps and to stand firm and to stand strong. The winds, they have been blowing. Shaykh Effendi is saying for years, saying, be careful, the winds, they're going to blow. They're going to knock you from side to side. And those who are holding on tightly, they are going to be saved. Those who are holding on weakly, with weakness, they're going to get blown away. They're holding on. They're not letting go. They're holding on. But they're not holding on tightly. Any small wind is going to come. They're going to let go. Now, this tariqat is based on association. This tariqat, it is based on association with the awliya Allah who are in the association of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Now, if you're able to hold on tightly to them, and holding on tightly to them is listening to them, obeying them, following them. It is not to say, I do as I like. I follow as I like. I have a shaykh, but I'm going to think as I like. I'm going to follow as I like. I'm going to say as I like. I'm going to do as I like. That time, even if you are in association with that shaykh, with that saint, for years and years and years, even if you are doing that, but because you are not obeying and you're not following, you're going to get nothing. Zero. Nothing you're going to get. May Allah save us from that, inshallah. We are not putting ourselves out from this, but we are taking lesson from this. And we're trying to be very careful with this. We are not saying because we've been with Shaykh Effendi for years, now we are going to be safe. We have seen so many who have been with Shaykh Effendi for longer than we have. But small wind coming, they're blown away. Some claiming they have been with decades. Some living with him, eating with him, doing everything. But when the time comes, when there is difficulty time coming, they drop off. And they do as they like. Whatever reason, whatever excuse you're going to come up with. This is the way. This is the main way. Alhamdulillah. So, the main point here is for us to hold on tightly to our Shaykh and to obey and to follow him. And to understand that he's teaching us about ourselves. He's teaching us. We don't know about ourselves. We don't. How can a man know about himself? A man has eyes. But those eyes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has designed, never those eyes are going to be able to see itself. The eyes are turned outwards, not inwards. Physically, for the man to see himself, he has to have a mirror. Not any mirror, a real mirror. You know, sometimes you go to those carnivals and they have those mirrors, and you go inside and you see it's a mirror. But you see your head is big, your body is small, your body is big, your head is skinny. Those kinds of mirrors. You cannot just find any mirrors now for your own physical self. You have to find a good mirror, a real mirror, to look at yourself, to look at your physical self. Just your physical self, you need someone, something out there physically for you to observe, for you to see, because these eyes, physical eyes, are not turned inwards. Now, what about our spirit that is hidden? Definitely we need a mirror. And our guides are those mirrors. And our guides are those mirrors who's going to show us ourselves. They are not only a mirror, but they are showing now, from the beginning, ourselves, because we cannot see. We don't understand. They're going to show us ourselves, our own realities. And slowly, being in their association, being in their sohbet, listening and understanding and applying, slowly turning our lifestyle away from the lifestyle of the ego, from our own understanding lifestyle to the lifestyle and the understanding of the awliya Allah. Slowly we start looking. Oh, I thought I looked very good, but I'm looking with the spiritual mirror. I have all these faults. Let me now take care of it. Let me now fix it. Once you started fixing, then you start to see your own reality. That time, we may understand a little bit how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing us, you and me, as ahsani taqweem. Slowly, in that sohbet, we may become those ones who are in association with the awliya Allah. Then that time, we will understand so many things. We're going to understand ourselves. We're going to understand the world. We're going to pick up. We don't need that time to read so many books. We don't. So many people, they're accusing Shaykh Effendi, saying, oh, he's against to education. He's against to books. He's against to scholarship. People, if they want to slander, people, if they want to misunderstand, they're free. They're going to find so many things to misunderstand. Even if there's nothing there, they're going to find something. But if people, they don't want to misunderstand, but they want to understand, it's something that they don't understand and they want to understand. Now this time, there is sincerity. We may give you answers. And the answer, you will understand that is right there in front of you. The answer is right there inside of you. The answer, you don't have to look so long, so hard elsewhere. It's right there. La ilaha illallah. It is not something that is deep and that is hidden and that is so secret. It is everywhere. From nature to the different alams, to yourself, to your own existence, you will say there is only one Allah. That's why Ibrahim alayhi salam is able to find Allah just by his own intelligence. Just with our own intelligence, without prophets and without books, we should be able to find Allah. Just with our heart, we should be able to find Allah. But the protocol of Allah since then is to send books and to send messengers, to send prophets and to send awliya Allah for us to wake up and to find Allah. The whole purpose is to find Allah. The whole purpose is to return back to Him. In order to find Allah, we have to see what are the things in front of us that is stopping us from finding Allah. And Shaykh Effendi Hazrat Lari is concentrating on the tradition of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu an, holding on tightly to the tradition of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, through his own master Sultan al-Awliya, in this Naqshbandi way, concentrating on the nafs. If you don't concentrate on the nafs and how to get rid of the nafs, how to get rid of those veils in between you and Allah, it doesn't matter what you do behind the veils, there is still something blocking you. Remove that. Remove those veils. Remove those obstacles and you'll be able to find our way back to Allah. They're saying, Shaykh Efendi is against your education. Using your mind, using your intelligence. Ask us that question. Maybe we'll give an answer. Now maybe it's not the time to enter into that. There is a knowledge and there is a knowledge. There is knowledge that concerns you and there's knowledge that does not concern you. There is a knowledge that pulls you to this dunya and there's a knowledge that pulls you to akhirat. There is a knowledge that pulls you to your ego and shaitan. And there is a knowledge that pulls you to the spirit and to the angels, to the awliya Allah and to the prophets. There is a knowledge that makes you more unintelligent. And there is a knowledge that opens up your intelligence, opens up your faith, and opens up your modesty. That is the kind of knowledge that our Shaykh is teaching us. He's not teaching us a knowledge that is going to bring us to hellfire. No. This is tariqat. This is not a madrasa. You want to learn that kind of knowledge, you're going to go to a madrasa. You may know certain basics. But what is your intention now? To become a scholar or to become a knower of Allah? The scholar may know about Allah, but the knower, the arif, he knows of Allah. We want that knowledge. And following those ones, those rijalullah, those men of Allah, those ones who know Allah, we may get that knowledge. The key to knowing Allah, it is knowing ourselves. And the key to knowing ourselves, it is to submit ourselves to a guide, nothing else. Without submitting ourselves to a guide, we will never know Allah. We will never know ourselves. That has always been, that will always be. Sahabe Kiram, they submitted themselves to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. They knew the Prophet and they achieved higher stations. They know Allah. None of the Sahabe Kiram, during the lifetime of the Prophet ﷺ, or after the Holy Prophet passed from this physical world, they say, now we don't need Prophet anymore. None of them ever said that. From that time until today, no believers, no tabi'in, no awliya Allah, they are saying, now we don't need the messenger because we have the message and let us know Allah. They always hold on tightly to that one who knows Allah. So, inshallah Rahman, we hope to be those ones, at least those ones who know ourselves, so that we may disappear into the oceans of our Shaykh. We are very far away from that. We have done so many things, but at least we're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep our sincerity, to keep our intentions pure, so that we don't lose this, that at least we may be judged by this. The submission to the Shaykh is submission to his words. Submission to the Shaykh is submission to his orders. Submission to the Shaykh is submission to his commands and his way. You cannot be submitting to that one if you are now going to say, I'm going to have my own way. Then why are you submitting? It's like you say you submit yourself to a Shaykh, but now you're going to have your own opinions. You're going to have your own understanding. You're going to have your own way. Then why we are in this way? We are in this way because we've been in our own way and our own way doesn't work. And we've understood that Allah is saying, come to me, come to my way. And the only way for you to come to my way is through the way of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and his inheritors. Come to me through that way. That is the only way that I want you to come. Any other way, it is not going to be pleasing to me. Any other way, it is not going to be accepted to me. Inna dina indallahul Islam. The only religion in the presence of Allah is Islam. The only way in the presence of Allah is the way of Islam. The way that He brought to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And what are we here? What is tariqat but Islam? What is tariqat but Iman? And what is tariqat but Ihsan? If we have found that, we're not going to deviate. We're not going to say, oh, why I have to follow this one now? Don't we all follow Sultan al-Awliya? Then I'm saying to you, why you have to stop there? Don't stop there to say we follow Sultan al-Awliya directly. Say we follow Prophet directly. Why don't you do that? Don't say we follow Prophet directly. Say we follow Allah directly. Once you start doing that, once you go and start on this slippery slope, this logic, then you're done. You're finished. What we're doing exactly what Shaitan is saying. Shaitan is saying, I obey and I make sajda only to you, not to this one. Who is he? He doesn't represent you. He doesn't know anything. He's lower than me. He's made from mud. I'm made from fire. He didn't even put his forehead down to make one sajda. 1 million, 1 billion reasons he can give, saying, I'm not going to obey him. Making sajda is not just to make one sajda. It's to obey him. Now everything has to come from Adam alayhi salam that time. Everything has to come from the Holy Prophet alayhi salam. Allah is not going to deal with that one directly. And if he had made that sujood, that sajda to Adam alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was going to complete the secret that is given to Shaitan. Then that time he's going to find his station. And those who are saying, we're not going to follow, who is he? So many years, so many decades, people are saying, who is that? Abdulkerim, astaghfirullah. We find shame just to say that to Abdulkerim. Shaykh Abdulkerim, Sahibul Saif, so many of them, from that time until now, that time when he is alive, physically here in this world, he is alive, of course, forever. They are saying to him, who are you? You're not a shaykh. Who are you? You're not this, you're not that. So many words they're saying, and they're trying to pull him down, to put him down. They're trying to say this and that. It didn't work. Instead of getting weaker, he got stronger. His people got stronger. Not tens, thousands, hundreds of thousands or millions. He may only have a handful. It only takes that much. But it got stronger. And they're continuing. Alhamdulillah. They're saying that about us now. And now we know we're going properly in his way. Who is he? They're saying. Who is he to do that? That's correct. Who am I? Who are we? We are nothing. If only we can be sincerely to say that we are nothing. But we don't know anything. But with our Shaykh, with our Sultan al-Awliya, with our Prophet, with Allah, we may be something. What are we doing? To stay in his way. What are we doing? To continue to spread the truth. Instead of being so busy with that, going back and forth, go and spread truth. Go and collect people. Go and speak the truth. But so many they cannot. Astaghfirullah alazim wa atubu ilayh. We are only here because of the blessings and the himmat of our Shaykh. Nothing else. May we stay in this way strong. And may we be the tools from which Haqq is going to reach north and south, east and west. May Allah forgive me and bless all of you. May Allah raise the station of our Grand Shaykh higher and higher in our Shaykh, Sahibul Saif higher and higher, and may they send their support to us forever. Dunya and Akhirat. Wa min Allah tawfiq al-Fatih.